Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. For this week, what I'm doing is just oracle cards, and I wanted to try to keep the readings a bit shorter. So I want to just keep it more general, and just kind of see what energies we have coming up and leave the more detailed, in-depth messages for the monthly. So I hope that's okay. But let's see. This has been kind of fun. I really been really enjoying it for some of the other signs that I've done this for. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's see here. What do I have coming up for Taurus this week? For June 6th to June 12th. What are the energies for June 6th to June 12th? Okay, so we have stuck in the mud and balancing act. So I'm feeling like don't resist the resistance is actually what I'm seeing here. If you feel like you are stuck in one place or like things are not moving forward, it's because things are still balancing themselves out, is what I'm feeling from that balancing act. You are like in an energetic space, like things are still balancing out. So maybe some things that we can't really see or sense. I feel like flow, like surrendering to the flow is going to be very helpful here, because I feel like you're trying to make some kind of change, but it's important not to force the change. That it's important to allow things to naturally flow towards the new beginning in the way that it needs to. I feel like that's going to happen in a more harmonious way if we can just kind of let spirit take over on that and just take it one day at a time in terms of following your instincts and creating your new beginning, rather than needing to make like forcing certain changes to happen in the way that we want them to happen, or like we want something to happen right now. So I feel like that's going to be an important thing that's coming up here for you. Let's pick one more. What else do we need to know for Taurus this week? Yeah, because it feels like things are just on hold, and I feel like you may be going through a deep healing, but it feels really, really important because there is something that you're going to either release, or I'm really feeling there's something you're releasing. And it's going to help you move forward, because without it, it's actually the thing that's keeping you stuck. So in order to move forward, you're releasing something, and that's going to establish some balance within you. And then you'll actually see things naturally unfold in their own way. You're not going to feel the need to kind of make something happen. It's going to naturally happen. And I feel like you might be surprised. I feel like there's a surprise on the horizon here for you, but it's a good surprise. It's not a negative one. It's going to give you what you want, but it's like Spirit's not showing you in what way something is going to transpire, because Spirit wants you to focus on this balance, to establish a sense of balance and healing within yourself first. I feel like you're kind of tackling something very specific, actually, that's been standing in the way. So let's see what else we have here. What else do we have coming up for Taurus? For June 6th to June 12th. Yeah, purification. So a very healing month here. Because I feel like there's something in you that's meant to be expressed. And there may have been a blockage in that specific thing for quite some time. And part of your new beginning, part of this new start for you has to do with an expression of something that is very authentic to you. And so as that heals, you're able to really kind of come more into yourself. Like you're able to integrate more and have like this. It's like you're waking up to a talent or a skill or ability that you have, that you've always had. But I feel like maybe you're growing in confidence, in your self-esteem, something along those lines it's like a missing piece to the puzzle. It's a missing piece to something you're going to need in order to move forward in your life. And so it's like you're being put on pause so you can heal that, incorporate it, like kind of wake that up in you. So you can move forward here because I'm seeing strong solar plexus energy here for the purification. So this is about connecting with your presence, connecting with yourself, your identity. So you can, move forward. And then there's going to be change on the horizon here. So when this card comes up, it means that there's something brewing, like there's something coming. There's like I don't want to say storm because it doesn't feel negative, but it's going to be something that creates change. So I wouldn't be surprised if you had like a Wheel of Fortune kind of energy coming up here for you in the near future. But I'm not seeing it happening this month. I feel like this month is incubation time. I feel like for June, in this week, there's something about this week where you're really allowing something to kind of marinate, heal, like you're really focused on something specific here. And that this healing is actually manifesting this. It's like bringing it closer and closer to you. As you heal something, release the blockages. It's like drawing, it's like calling in something. It's inviting it in because you're making space. You're making room for it. Can we have one more for this? Purification in action. Taurus. Oh, look at that. How beautiful. I love this little cluster here because that new beginning. So it's like we're literally clearing the way. So I feel like this week healing something and clearing the way is going to be the central focus. Those are going to be the energies that are really important here because it's bringing you that new beginning. So if you feel like things are being stalled or things are not moving in the direction that you want them to move in, don't worry. It is happening. This is like a period of time for you to really tend to something that is actually standing in the way of this. So it's helping you. This freezing, this feeling of being stuck is bringing something into harmony and balance so you can have that new beginning. So it's on your side. It's there to support the journey, to support your manifestations and so you're not being denied something here. Okay, let's see what else here. What other energies do we have for Taurus this week? Yeah, growing pains. Maybe a lot of you are going through growing pains right now. You may feel like you need some support as well. I think that's important to kind of seek out support. And if you feel like there isn't a whole lot of support, I feel like I'm also getting I'm getting this message of like looking up to someone. So it doesn't have to be that you're necessarily connecting with them one-on-one on a physical level, but some of you may be really connecting with some kind of muse or guide, or maybe there's like a specific spirit guide that's coming in for you, because there's something about like you connecting with people who really resonate with you on a soul level. So like members of your soul tribe. And I think that sometimes that, we can really resonate with just like inspirational people that kind of really resonate with who we are. And they remind us of something deeper within us. They really there's that resonance there, those are the people that are in your soul family or soul tribe. So it could even be famous people, but there's something about them or something about their life that really inspires you and that calls to you or reminds you a lot of yourself. So I feel like for some of you, it doesn't have to necessarily be, you kind of seeking a coach or a therapist. It could be literally you finding inspiration with someone who, like a figure in history or someone like that. I mean, it's just an example, but I feel like there's something about you finding a mirror of something that reminds you of you to help you through this growth process, because it's giving you some kind of like destination or this is kind of the energy that I want to embody. It's almost like leading you or guiding you to your power. It's reminding you of your power. So you're growing through that. You're like learning, this is where I'm getting to, this is where I'm heading towards. So you're not trying to be like someone else, but it's like you're using that energy to guide you into your own energy because it reminds you of your true, authentic, full expression. I hope that makes sense. Let's pick one more here. Let's pick another one. What else do we need to know for Taurus for this week? Yeah, so your intuition is definitely growing. I feel like listening to your intuition is going to be very important right now. I did get a little bit of fear when I put this card down. So I feel like maybe sometimes the direction that your intuition may feel like it's leading you, it will feel right, but maybe sometimes it scares you a little bit, or it kind of asks you to do things that are a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but in a healthy way. You know, it's like encouraging that growth. So it's like trying to get you out of stagnancy. It's trying to get you out of this place of resistance or something that we've been blocking. So I feel like take it one day at a time and allow yourself, see again, like, you know, if that does come up, like it's telling you to grow in a certain way and you know that it's going to be for your highest good, but it brings up fear. So that's why it's like, okay, we're going to heal that. We're going to look at that. Why is it bringing up fear? Or why is it that I'm resisting this? So I feel like you're really growing through a lot of that. And so that's going to bring you to this, you know, this new beginning that's coming in here for you. So take it one day at a time, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can just be something that's being brought to our attention. And then polarity. Integrate your shadow side. Yeah. So maybe some of you are going through some shadow work as well. Interesting, because I do have a specific deck here. I haven't used it for any of the other signs, but I felt like I needed to bring it out in case I saw some like shadow stuff coming out. I don't know why I got that sense, but I did. So let me just pull one for this polarity card here for this. What is some of the shadow stuff that's coming up here for Taurus? Rest and awaken your inner force. How interesting. So we have a lot of rest cards here. So what I'm hearing here is some of you may also want to spend some time in silence or spend some time with yourself. And I feel like there may be something about that is in itself maybe a bit of a struggle. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be, I did kind of get that sense, so that may resonate only for some of you, but it's like, if we're always in this state of mind, like I always have to be working, or it's not okay to rest, or it's not okay to just kind of like relax, like there's this sense of guilt or kind of like this uneasiness or restlessness that kind of happens. I feel like there's something like spirit is guiding you towards, can we allow our soul, our spirit, our bodies to rest and not feel guilty or not feel like this pressure to have to do something, or, you know, things aren't going to work out, that kind of thing. So I feel like this is about quieting the mind. And I think what's going to happen when we can do that is it's going to awaken you to something that maybe we have been suppressing. It's going to help you clear something out. It's like in the silence, in that void, something is going to emerge from within you. And I feel like you're going to surprise yourself too at how much you can expand or grow, or maybe you're waking up to a talent of yours that you were aware you had, but maybe you didn't know how far you could take it, or you didn't know how good it could be, or how successful you could be, or like how the creative ideas are just leading you to something that you can create for yourself, maybe as like a business or something like that. So I think rest, a healing and rejuvenation is going to do so much more for you than just resting. You know, it's going to not only replenish your energy, but it's going to reset your energy to the space where you can really grow and awaken really powerfully into your true expression or your authenticity here. So that's what's kind of happening here for you right now. Vulnerability. Yeah, you're really coming out of a lot of that. You're coming out of it's like you're coming out of the dark, the shadows. And yeah, there's a lot of that being gentle with yourself. I think that it's important to take things one thing at a time, but just know that you're growing. Know that you are moving into a new chapter in your life that's a lot more, it's asking you to be more transparent, but in a really good way, like in a healthy way that your soul is actually craving. It's meant for your path to express something. Maybe you're holding back like on a talent or something that needs to be seen and shared with the world. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one more here. Let's make an animal guide. Animal guide for Taurus this week. Trust in divine detours. So this is also about kind of reflecting on where Maybe some of you are feeling like your life is just going in another direction than you thought it was going to go in. And so I feel like that's also part of some of the change, like being able to wrap our minds around the changes that are happening. That is really going in. Maybe it's like just the map. The map is changing, or the map just looks different from what you thought it was going to look like, or the map that you thought you wanted. And so I think that flow and surrender to that is going to be important, because it's guiding you to what is truly like right for you and what's going to feel good for you, rather than what we thought we wanted, is kind of what I'm seeing here. But take that as it resonates. Okay, Taurus, beautiful week ahead. This is about rest, relaxation, but also kind of giving yourself that time to awaken something really powerful in yourself, because you're like on the verge of that. Beautiful week. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Taurus.